Yeah, the mic here. Just a little bit. It's more closer to me. And my cell. Where the fuck is it? Oh. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I was so open. Have a little bit of fresh air in my room, especially in the afternoon, where usually the sun starts to the side of the building, and so the room starts to get hotter. It's not good to have the window closed. Otherwise, I might start sweating, depending on how strong the sun is. Alright, that's everything. So, GFL1, convolutional kernel, huh? I still stand by what I said yesterday. I don't believe there's any way to prevent this whole situation. And also, we already know it's not going to be a situation that the bombing of Frankfurt, all the lives being lost, is not going to be something that the commander is going to be able to avoid happening. The real question is how exactly this whole ordeal is going to unfold. Because so far, in this event we had not even a sign of Lunasia yet. And we are essentially 1/3 into the story. I'm still waiting for Lunasia to appear. The commander doesn't seem to have a plan either here. Essentially, he's just trying to do some damage control to the civilians. This is going to end horribly. At least if it's going to be as bad as I imagine it will be, it will make the commander's decision to stay away from all this conflict for 10 years. Essentially isolate himself for 10 years in the yellow zones more understandable. All the trauma aspect of it. Okay. 8. The rain that never ceases. Newsroom office. DD-R2. Shadowless rushes into the empty office, swiftly gathering equipment for an on-site report. The space that is usually filled with chatter and noise is now so quiet it feels unsettling. All employees immediately proceed to the underground parking lot for shelter. I repeat, all employees must stop their work, do not bring any belongings, and immediately proceed. Shadowless ignores the shrill broadcast and keeps packing in silence. Her communicator emits a sharp, insistent noise. This is DDR2 reporter, Shadowless. Where are you? Why haven't you come to the parking lot yet? What did I say before that the lion got the nuke? Wait, we still have civilians here. Wait, calm down, Woiko, calm down. Also, welcome to the stream. The newsroom is only waiting on you. Don't play the lone wolf now of all times. I just received word. The A5 was bombed. I'm going to cover it on site. Are you insane? The bombing is still happening. I know. You're just a civil affairs reporter, not a war correspondent. Stop this madness and get down here. I'm still packing. By the way, I can't find my microphone. Ask Falk if I could borrow his. You know our office isn't safe either. TV stations are always one of the top bombing targets. Fine. I will assume Falk agreed. Anything else? You really... I knew there's something wrong with you when you transferred here from Berlin. Turns out you actually got a few screws loose. Shadowless hangs up. She shoulders the camera and microphone and steps out of the office. But she collides with Falk, who is making his way back. Shadowless? Perfect. Falk, I'm borrowing your microphone. Where are you going? The A5, for an on-site report. The bombing is still going on out there. It's too dangerous to go now. Shadowless brushes past him coldly. She doesn't give a fuck. Don't forget to order my McDonald's. For me too, yeah. I don't think there is going to be any McDonald's delivery here. Falk grabs his bag and rushes after her. I have no idea what you're doing. I used to be a war correspondent. Ordinary people can't face that kind of cruelty. My last war interview was on a woman and her child. They had last learned where her missing husband was. I still remember how brightly they smiled in that footage, even though their house had been leveled half an hour before. At least they could reunite as a family. I watched them leave, the woman slowly lugging her bags, the child darting onto the bus ahead of her. Then boom! The bus exploded. There wasn't even a trace that child left. Another dead child. Fucking great. Falk tries to seize Shadowless again. You understand? Losing family isn't a single storm. It's an endless rain that never stops. That woman will spend the rest of her life crying tears of grief. Shadowless, no matter how much you want to prove yourself, this isn't the way... But as he blocks her path, he sees her face is already wet with tears. Prove myself. Never wanted that. And why? I know too well what it feels to lose family. I'm sorry. Yeah, because she lost her brother during her brother died fighting the Paradise units. I don't remember his real name. I just remember his code name from the Stasi. L. I wonder how much she knows about it at this point. She might not know a whole lot, I think. I don't even know if she's aware of Paradise's existence as a reporter. Shadowless wipes her tears away, her face hardening again. I had a younger brother. He walked into a world bloody beyond fathom, chasing the truth. He died there. He'll never come back. Bam. Shadowless kicks open the emergency stairwell door. I must take his place and keep looking at this blood-soaked world. Romy's office. Hoffman hands Romy several stacks of files. I have obtained the full entry and exit records of the guard regiments for the past week. This one is their submitted version. This one is the system's backup log. Romy flips through the papers, circling certain departments. Compile the concealed personnel list and restore all the erased entries. Yes, ma'am. Can you get to their munitions inventory records as well? No problem. Plenty of sharp-eyed youths in the guard regiments are willing to serve you. Good. Once you have it, compile it and submit it to the State Council. Should I attach any specific charges? Highlights all data related to the air raid. Understood. Collusion with rebels, involvement in the Frankfurt air raid, treason. You already know how to write it. Romy sets those two documents aside and opens a third. This is a combined intelligence report. According to our informants and military observations, no transport planes have taken off from the Soviet side. So Carter is cornered, fighting alone. At least this air raid will soon burn itself out. A lifelong soldier deserves respect at the very least. And the other one? The party has already organized a vote to strip Oberstein of all posts and duties. Good, awesome. Finally getting the old man out of that chair. Although it's a little way too late. As for General Schweinsteiger, that matter won't remain a secret for much longer. My point is, we could seize this opportunity. The General's case is absolutely crucial. We need the right timing. Understood. Let me stress this again. We are cutting out rot, not severing the limb. Right. Romy lays down the file and sips her coffee while pondering in silence. Every report she holds should have been cause for triumph, yet her face remains calm. By the way, how are things on Q's end? Yeah, finally being able to cut down all of the high-ranking people that are involved, that probably have involvements with fire deals. As I said before, at this point it's already way too late. Social Unity Party, headquarters. But at the very least, that means Paradeus is going to lose a lot of its relations with the government officials. At least for the time being. That probably is the main cause why Paradeus might not be as strong as it used to be on GFL2. Social Unity Party, headquarters. Officers are photographing the scene with great care. Furniture torn apart like paper, blood splattered on every surface, showing the victim's desperate struggle. Oberstein's eyes feel wide with the last trace of emotion. His motionless chest. Wait. Oberstein's fucking dead? Q slips under the cordon. Even she frowns at the sight of the corpse. Who did this? Was it William? No, it could. At this point, it could also be the Earl and Grove, whatever the fuck the guy's name is pronounced. Is it their job? I don't know. It sounds a bit too violent to be them. It feels too violent. It could be William. The younger officers have long since rushed themselves empty when they first saw the gruesome body. Any leads? Estimated time of death is 3 hours ago. Recent. Weapon appears to be a sharp metal object. The fatal wound is the penetration wound through the head. Multiple other punctures and lacerations on the body. Yeah, this feels like William's job. 2 assessments still pending. If it was the Earl or Grove, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, I think it would be more clean than that. Or maybe they... no, I think it's too much stipulation. Should just read the story. Any ID on the killer? All internal cameras are destroyed. We are pulling street footage, but odds are slim. The only witness is his chief secretary, Fred, but he's hysterical. Keep repeating something about a woman turning into a spider. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is William's job. Never mind. It is William's job. And a woman turning into a spider, that's probably Maury though. Right, I see. There's no further useful intel at the moment. Thank you, nonetheless. The officers exit the room, leaving Q alone with Oberstein's body. He looms over him and gazes down into those clouded eyes. Why though? Why kill Oberstein? Oberstein was essentially the biggest connection that William had with the government. Maybe because Oberstein knew too much for the next phase of their plan. Let's be sure. Minister, Oberstein is dead. Confirmed identity, confirmed deceased. Dead? Yes, looks like Paradil's handiwork. Have his family been notified? His only direct relative can't be contacted. Then arrange a simple funeral in the party's name. Yes, ma'am. Q ends the call and leaves the office. Perhaps even Oberstein would never have imagined the last time he was surrounded by a crowd, bombarded by flashing cameras, would be the moment of his own death. An emergency broadcast runs across every channel. Static interference occasionally breaks the feed. This is a message from the National Defense Council, the Socialist Unity Party, and the Council of Ministers of the German Democratic Republic. In deepest sorrow, we would like to inform all citizens of the GDR. Herr Rudolf von Oberstein, Vice President of the State Council, Vice Chairman of the Council of Ministers, Minister of Science and Technology, Member of the National Defense Council and Deputy Secretary of the Socialist Unity Party. Oh my god. And... Jesus Christ, calm down. Holy shit. And General Heinrich, Schweinsteiger, First Deputy Minister of Defense, Chief of Staff of the National Volksarmee, and Secretary of the National Defense Council have both been assassinated. Fucking god, how much titles these guys have? As leaders of great achievement, they will live forever in the hearts of the German people. The orchestrators have been identified as Carter Petrovich Neustach, former member of the new Soviet Army General Staff, Army Group Chief of Staff, and the initiator of the ongoing Frankfurt air raid. He seeks to kill our people and tear apart our unity through violence, but we will never yield. At this critical hour, we have exchanged information with the new Soviet leadership and received their affirmation. We will stand together as always, bound by the true will of the people. The comms notification sound echoes forlornly in the dark. Oh, finally she's here. Hello. The main star of the moment. Sister, do you like these gifts I have given you? So, this is the altar you chose? This is the altar we chose together. What we failed to complete back then can now begin anew. Will everyone die? Except for the lucky ones on board the Ark. I still think he dresses like a pimp. I don't know, man. Back to Alexei, huh? Wonder how important Alexei's story is. The story of your life. Read. Different cutscene this time. File NUSSRA 2135275908675546. Decrypting. November 16, 2064. There are people marching in the streets protesting the war, chanting for unity, for peace. Shouting a few slogans could bring peace. How the hell did we end up with World War III? I slipped away from the fired up crowds and went on with my squad to the next point. At noon, dentists showed up, dropped off some supplies, and hauled away the unlucky rider. He said the afternoon operation had changed. The general is going to talk with those people. Our new task is to hold this temporary position and gun down anyone who tries to crawl out of the bunker exits. If this morning's mission was like playing 100 back-to-back soccer matches, this one's like sitting by the stove playing MTG. Practically a reward. Those cowards are already scared stiff. The streets of Moscow belong to us now. They don't dare poke their heads out of that bunker. While we waited to play whack-a-mole, I couldn't help but wonder what the general plans to tell me. Demand the first row to resign. Demand a promise they will never join the URNC. Demand our faction take power. If it were me, that's what I would say. As long as the new Soviet Union never joins the URNC, it doesn't matter who's in charge. The meat still stays in the same pot. But if they join, I can already see them smiling like fools, counting money while someone sells them off. The URNC never shuts up about unity, as if slapping together a big government could solve all of humanity's problems. Ridiculous. This world has hundreds of ethnic groups, billions of humans. When survival is on the line, every tribe will look after its own first. That's instinct. Humanity will never truly unite. The only real unity is money. Those corporations unite just fine, laughing as they tear down trade barriers. Governments can't restrain them anymore. They monopolize the global market without restraint, becoming the gods of this earth. And once they are on the throne, they will carve us mortals into ranks and classes, slap us with labels, set us against each other, stirring up insults and hatred, just like they always have. That way, no one ever looks at the real problem. And one day, in the future, we Soviets will be speaking someone else's language, writing someone else's words, teaching someone else's history. By then, the new Soviet Union will be truly dead. The URNC waves its banner of being for the people, while hacking out the roots of our country and our nation. The tragic part is, most people only care about today's bread. They think the URNC will bring peace and prosperity forever, but are blind to the real danger. Oh man. This guy would be very disappointed if he ever know about what happened to the new Soviet Union in the future. Which indeed gets absorbed by the URNC, at least by the time of the reverse collapse storyline. They will bring Rosa's three chickens to everybody. I mean, not everyone. Support your local URNC. The URNC. The URNC is such a... I think over the years the URNC deviated from what its original purpose was. A lot. A whole lot. Because the URNC on GFL2 pretty much established and the KCCO is found down, didn't it? I would say that so far what I have seen, the URNC in GFL2 is kinda more or less in terms of morality, but by the time of reverse collapse, the URNC is already collaborating with Williams' experiments. They are absorbed Paradeus and are funding their projects to study the relics and develop shriek cells. So to that extent, Alexei's kinda right. KCO got fucked in GFL2 already, yeah. God damn it, Carter. I mean, let's be honest, what Carter can do here is, as who said it? Romy said it. Carter is pretty much by himself now. What he's doing now is pretty much his last stand before dying. I think he dies, right? Yeah, I think he dies. If I remember correctly, Vladimir's story. Realistically, Carter can't do much right now. Just a matter of time before they catch him. This again. Okay. What is this about this time? Okay. What? What? Excuse me? What? Yeah, but apparently NSU Revolutionist Remnant remains still. I mean, yeah. From CN fan translation. I mean, I guess it would make sense, because when you have a movement that is driven by an ideology, there will always be some remnants of it. Even if you manage to kill all the old members of such groups, their ideology could still be carried on by other people that came into contact with it and sympathized with it. Man, I can't wait from the global server of GFL to be able to synchronize itself with the CN server. Finally, man. Finally, I don't need to have to keep trying to avoid spoilers so much anymore. The URNC promised they would end the war and reclaim the yellow zones. They didn't do shit. Yeah, they didn't. They really didn't. And I can't tell if that's they didn't do shit because they didn't want to, or they didn't because they couldn't. Either because of limitations of technology or resources, or because of inner corruption within their governments. I would imagine it's inner corruption, because if there are cooperations happening with Mangi Security, who's collaborating with Paradeus. Also, other organizations like the Girard Group already showing signs of a few cracks within the URNC government. I think they couldn't bring peace because of that. And holding up the torch for you. What does it take for them to be willing to do the collapse phenomenon seriously then? Another Balin incident? I think it's not a matter that they don't take it seriously, but I think they are in a run to... There is a dispute about the power they hold over the relic technology. They keep doing this run of theirs. On GFL 1 here, there is... I think they're still up their contract about not researching relic technology, which Paradeus is not at all even interested in following, because they want to bring a god to this world, to start a new era, whatever their lunatics is speaking. On GFL 2, Paradeus is still alive, trying to bring the same objectives. Which makes things difficult. And by the time of reverse collapse, it's pretty much a Cold War, a period of Cold War between the Antarctic Union and the URNC over the dominion of the relic technology. It's like a Cold War during the Cold War, where the United States and the and what is the Russians? Let's call the Soviet. Between the Americans and the Soviets for the power of nuclear weaponry. Reverse collapse is more or less the same situation, but over relic technology. If there is any silver lining, Paradeus got fucked as we are in GFL 2. Yes, but sadly they are going to recover that power. A lot. Like a lot, according to the events of reverse collapse. Paradeus is going to be pretty much in charge of the operations within the URNC. over time. Even if after this event they get hit pretty hard, and on GFL2 they are kinda weakened at this point, they are going to recover at full power in the future, way in the future. They don't even have the 7th of their original tech. Yeah, at least that. It gives us a little bit more of a fighting power. The problem is that it looks like they are operating within the URNC on GFL2. They're kinda slipping into the cracks, making themselves grow within that government like a parasite, which makes things a bit more complicated. To try to yank them out of the system. Which also is kinda... No, wait. Kalina works... No, she works for the URNC. Yeah, Kalina works for the URNC. There's no competition. I keep confusing the organizations. There's no Fades, the URNC, the AU. The Antarctic Union should not be... Should not have revealed themselves yet, I think. By the time of GFL2. Whatever, it's not important now. At a power distribution station. Unwillingly, I might add, yeah. At a power distribution station, Frankfurt. Several staff members are rushing from room to room. The chatter on their comms line is constant, with not a moment of silence. Chief, we are receiving multiple reports of power supply issues. I know. Prioritize the hospitals first, then deal with the rest. Traffic outside is paralyzed. Communications are unstable, and the team sent out to aid the hospitals haven't even reached their destinations yet. Same applies to Mr. Kruger. Yeah. The chief looks out the window at the gray sky and sighs heavily. Just as he is about to issue new orders, he notices his subordinate's eyes widening in shock. Before he can ask what's wrong, the chief, covered in blood, crawls to the communicator and with his last bit of strength, sends out a distress signal. Requesting support. Eton Power Distribution States in Ashbourne District under attack. Requesting support. Repeats. Hot blood surges up his throat, drowning the rest of his words. He collapses in front of the communicator. He remains oblivious to the static on the other end of the line. Near the distribution station, thick black smoke hangs in the air, while small explosions continue to erupt from time to time in the wreckages all around, causing even more debris to fall. Shadowless adjusts her microphone and smooths down her hair, tousled from hushing to the scene. Before stepping towards the station, she looks back at Falk, who is carrying the camera. You really don't have to come with me. I can use a tripod to get the footage. We're not doing this by choice. No more discussion. Let's begin. We have many more sites to cover. Faced with her stun-born colleague, Catalyst can only nod. Then, he walks towards the burning building. Once the camera is in position, Fox signals that filming can begin. This is Shadowless from DDR2. Right now, we are standing in front of Eaton Power Distribution Station in the Ashbourne District. Ashbourne District. Hit by a missile in the latest air raid, the station has ceased operation entirely. According to workers who escaped, the inside has already turned into a sea of flames. No estimate exists for when it can be repaired. Additionally, the Arctic Ocean #1 oil pipeline and several key highways were destroyed in the raid. The Europa Tower has also been leveled. Frankfurt's power, fuel supply, and communications are now in total paralysis. There are multiple casualties among the staff here. Medical teams and firefighters are urgently needed. Crash. A collapsing structure comes crashing down. Shadowless flinches but holds her ground. He looks resolutely into the camera. War has brought endless ruin upon Frankfurt. Its flames have touched every civilian's life. Death and tragedy are upon us once again. Stasi Special Communications Channel. Initiating remote Stasi conference. Please check in. Wolfgang, present. Main divisions 14 M and Minister's Task Force E on standby. Loads, present. Main divisions 1, 22 and Central Coordination Group on standby. Theater, present. Main Division 3, Section 26 and the Armament Department on standby. Hedwig, present. Foreign Intelligence, External Operations and the main Directorates of the Reconnaissance on standby. Natasha, present. Sections 12, 13 and the Covert Operations Department on standby. Synchronizing intelligence. The Army's Air Defense Forces have received orders from the National Defense Council. They are preparing to enter Frankfurt and conduct a full sweep of rebel air units. The 10th Armored Division stands ready to move into Frankfurt. The weapons previously coded EDDF and others are officially designated YASOS boxes. Current stockpiles are mainly located in Frankfurt, Berlin, and Moscow. Acknowledged. I require a list. Submitted to the State Council under the authority of Main Division 1. Loads. Copies. Military counterintelligence records have been uploaded. Access rights now granted to Fan and Natasha for review and editing. Permission confirmed. What's the status of the Central Evaluation and Information Group? Section 22 has completed backup of the Bee Sting system. Section 13 is processing hidden administrative keys and encrypted files. They will need roughly another 15 days before they can conduct the first test. Let the agents of the Covert Operations handle the YASOS boxes. Their objective is to match Main Division 1's list with the intel set on said weapon. Covert Operations. Copies. Military counterintelligence records verified. Based on past performance, we can guarantee at least 60% correlation. That's acceptable. The remainder goes to the foreign intelligence. Use the list from Covert Operations. Foreign Intelligence. Copies. We will ensure precise synchronization between political and military intelligence. Convert operations acknowledged. The Stasi Special Communications Channel closes. Yeah, they're slowly but surely cracking down all the Paradise operations. They already have access to their main information system. Johannes Gutenberg, University Metro Station, Frankfurt. Bombs continue to fall, their heavy thunder never ceasing. Hannah lies weak and delirious in Pauline's arms, burning with fever, her forehead hot to the touch. Pauline bites her lips in anxiety. In her rush to flee, she has only brought their ID papers and some cash. Her eyes wander through the demoralized crowd, desperate for hope. Until, in the corner, she notices a flash of white. A white coat, stark against the gloom. Excuse me. She has to take the chance. Hurrying forward with Hannah, Paulina stops before the woman and in the lab coat. I see you're wearing a white coat. Are you a doctor? My child's had a fever for days. I meant to take her to the hospital today, but then this happened. Now she's burning up and won't wake up. I'm worried sick. Please, could you please look at her? The woman lifts her head, her face wary. She stares back at Pauline uncertainly, glances at Hannah, then falls into long silence. Pauline's anxiety churns. Hello? The woman avoids her eyes, her lips quivering vaguely, as if she's about to speak. Another shell bomb booms overhead. Yes, my hands are a bit dirty. Could I take a pair of medical gloves from my pocket for me? Could you take a pair of medical gloves from my pockets for me? Relieved, Pauline quickly passes Hannah into her arms. Then she extracts the gloves from the woman's pocket, as she has asked. Sorry, Doctor... Just call me Nelly. My name is Pauline. Thank you, Dr. Nelly. Please, take a look at Hannah. I feel something's very wrong. Nelly checks Hannah's forehead with the back of her hand, then opens her bag, producing water and a towel to cool her down. Dr. Nelly, is there anything I can do? Her name is Hannah, yes? Tell me her age, allergies, and details of her fever. She's 4.5, no allergies. The fever started this morning. 38.5 Celsius at home. She could still walk when we left, but after the bombing she collapsed and hasn't woken since. Unconscious or just sleeping? I am not sure. Has she taken any medicine? No. Then try to find someone with paracetamol and or ibuprofen. And you'll need a large supply of cold water. There might be some in the station's infirmary. Got it. I will ask around. Pauline rushes off into the crowd. Nellie wets her towel with the bottled water that Amaris has left her and lays it on Hannah's forehead. Then, she carefully places the child on her side, ensuring she won't choke up if she vomits. Mama. Your mama went to find you some medicine. Hang in there, Hannah. Who are you? Hannah's eyes half open, drowsily. Doctor. That's right. Does it hurt anywhere? Just dizzy and sleepy. Does your stomach hurt? Do you feel like throwing up? No. Alright, rest a while. Your mama will be back soon. Okay. Hannah's small, feverish hand suddenly clasps Nellie's fingers. The unexpected thrust pierces something deep in Nellie's heart. Footsteps approach quickly. Dr. Nellie. Found anything? Yes, several kinds, but I don't know which. Pauline sets down several boxes of fever reducers, while Nellie notices more people trailing behind the woman. Her breath quickens instinctively. They heard you are a doctor and came for help. I'm Olivia, leader of the station's maintenance team. With my superior's approval, we can set up a temporary isolation area for the injured. The station will make a broadcast to call for more medics. Nellie wrings her fingers uneasily. Please, don't be nervous, Dr. Nellie. I just came across lots of injured people while looking for medicine. Someone still helped me even though she was bleeding herself. I thought it would be great if we had even a small clinic here. We believe it's a good idea. Too many are wounded. It's bad for morale when we are all stuck down here. We need some tangible hope. Hope. Please, don't misunderstand. We aren't forcing you. If you choose to help, wonderful. If not, we completely understand. Practicing outside a hospital means carrying all the risks yourself. If something goes wrong, it could damage your career. Not like her career would really suffer any more damage than it already has. Nellie lowers her head. Hannah's tiny hand is still clinging to her own. I have nothing left to lose. How do you feel about it, Dr. Nellie? When darkness knocks on your window, remember, you're here to change the world, not to be changed by it. Admit it, when you dissected Grey, you gained knowledge and joy. It's not that we chose something because it's right. It becomes right because we chose it. Compared to Grey or William, you are more like me. Dr. Nelly, please, don't worry. Just tell us what you think. What I think. Deep down, I think. Nelly gently squeezes Hannah's small hand. A few minutes later, Amaris rushes back into the metro station and dusts herself off. Compared to when she left, the station is now much quieter and more orderly. But Amaris has no time to spare. The crowned a closer look. She strides quickly towards the corner where she has left Nelly. Nelly, the grocery stores in the city are all emptied out. I only managed to pick up some... Nelly? But Nelly, it's not where she's supposed to be. Nelly! Amari searches the area frantically. Hearing her shouts, a woman holding a child raises her head. Are you looking for Dr. Nelly? He's at the temporary medical station. Dr. Nelly? Temporary medical station? It's just over there, near that makeshift shelter made with a nylon sheet. Amaris pushes past the long line and slips into the strange little shelter that suddenly appeared out of nowhere in the station. Several medics are busy among the wounded. Amaris immediately recognizes Nelly. Nelly, what are you doing? Amaris, you're back. I have brought some cookies and water. We have set up a temporary medical station to give some help to the wounded here in the metro station. But you are in a pretty bad shape yourself. Amaris looks like she wants to say more. Nelly simply gives her a faint smile. You are a good doctor. And you are an outstanding elite though. What now? Are we supposed to trade compliments? No, I am just thinking. Under these circumstances, you probably should be doing something more important. Like fighting on the front line. I have fought in many wars already. And besides, weren't you the one who said that this is also a front line? But with the Nito's gone, you're only stuck doing bodyguard work by my side. Seems like a waste. A waste? Miss Nelly, I ain't just that idle doll with nothing to do. Amaris. Dr. Nelly, patient 18 is having another seizure. I will be right there. Amaris hands the food to Nelly. Go on. Okay, we'll talk later. Nelly hurries away. Watching her disappear among the crowd, Amaris finds herself dialing a contact she never thought she would. Oh my god, is this going to be Daybreak Squad? Speak. Oh, no, it's this one. It's Steven's. Oh, let's fucking go. Okay, this is going to be funny. This has to be funny now. Amaris? Ray has already been retrieved. Your collaboration is over. Our collaboration is over. Couldn't you have returned to the Stasi? In theory, yes, but apparently Germany doesn't agree with me. Right now, I am with the good doctor, acting as her bodyguard. and her bodyguard is Mia, is here guarding as a medic, is here working as a medic. And you? Weren't you the one who said you can't do anything? Please, having a elite doll like me serve as a bodyguard or medic would be such a waste. I only agreed to help you last time because AR-18 begged me to repeatedly. Oh? I am surprised an elite doll has the spare time to pick up calls so quickly. Are you sure you're not bored out of your mind? Hey, I'm not idle here, you know. I am maintaining the network. You, on the other hand, why are you tiddling your thumb chatting on the phone with me? Bodyguard work involves a lot of standing around doing nothing. As a World War III veteran, shouldn't you be out bombing planes right now? I recall you also served the Soviet military. Shouldn't you also be bombing planes? It's far too inelegant. Exactly. It's too much hard work. Doesn't match my persona as a garbage doll. Your persona? It is. My mother is dead. My whole family is dead. Finally, no one is pushing me to improve anymore. Now I can idle away in peace. You're always too complacent. My mother's dead too, and so is my whole family. But I inherited their estate, and I'm still hard at work. How could the Stasi even allow you to laze around like this? Truth is, the Stasi doesn't actually want to pay me. Ding. Amari's bank account pings with a transaction notification. Startled, she opens it. Steven's M520 has just transferred her a son. What is the meaning of this? You're asking me for money, no? That's what Irma would say whenever she wanted some pocket money. Mother never gives me an allowance. Anything else you want? One more thing. As I recall, AR-18 is also a Hume doll, isn't she? You lied to me last time. Not exactly. She just doesn't admit it herself. And besides, she never asks me for money. So, what's your plan next? To see how things end for the commander, for Irma's sake. I thought it was for AR-18's sake. Or two, I suppose. Whatever. Sounds boring. Exactly. For dolls like us, wealthy, powerful, and without masters, the only worthwhile goal left in life is fighting boredom. God, I wish I had the life. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. But then give me some more money. I am wealthy and powerful, not stupid and wasteful. I'll sell you a tip. Jay just passed me some intel. The location of the Yasuo boxes. Ding ding ding. Amaris smirks as she sees more money arrive in her account. And the intel? Oh, I forgot to mention. This info was going to the commander anyway. Bruh. It's actually free. Fuck me, man. Bruh. Thunk. The other side hangs up furiously. Command room. AR-18 forwards the intel that Amaris provided to the commander. Commander, intel from the Stasi indicates that these underground defense facilities may contain Yasuo's boxes. Amaris can help inspect the section near the Johannes Gutenberg University metro station, but we will have to send squads to investigate the rest. Yasuo's boxes? The bombing above is already so devastating, but Paradise won't even spare the underground. Do we still have any squads available? Yes, please take a look. Tell them to get ready and move out immediately. Yes, Commander. Oh man. Alright. What do you have to tell me, Alexei? The story of your life. 4. Underground too. Yeah, at this point I think the commander is only doing damage control. It's really not going... Will it really not go through the commander's head to try to contact Lunasia? At least to see how she's doing. Once the dolls that are keeping Lunasia captive either going to contact the commander? Also, I wonder if you're ever going to see the Daybreak squads in GFL2 anytime soon. I mean, they are important also. Granted, they are like a later addition to the story, right? They came way more by the end of the main storyline, but still, they are important characters. They should appear at some point on GFL2, right? And I do think they are somewhat popular. So I don't see why not. But I guess they have other dolls that Mika wants to bring to GFL2. Other popular ones that they want to bring in sooner. Especially now with the PNC collab. Kyle. NU FSRA 234214676543274. Decrypting. November 17, 2064. At first light, we woke to gunfire from the north to the southwest. One shell landed about 2 kilometers out, brought down a whole building. Civilians poured into the streets, terrified, looking like they were trying to flee Moscow. Roma told us to keep resting and to switch watch at the proper time. I lay back down and caught another hour. Thought it wasn't real sleep. Though it wasn't real sleep. Dreamt something about the general giving a speech in the Kremlin. Whatever it was. I would forget by the time I woke. When the sun came up, a column of armored vehicles rolled in from the west, flying our flag. The guns also fell quiet for a while. Through the scope, I watched those broader units and offered a silent greeting. Every so often, the radio cracked with the general's voice, telling everyone we are saving the country, civilians should stay inside and not cause trouble, or else. Though, of course, the actual words were more polite. Other stations keep broadcasting their own messages. Moscow officials telling people to stay indoors, stay safe, then calling on us to surrender, to see the error of our ways, that kind of thing. I noticed a few windows where people were filming us, with their cameras. But those clips will be on the networks before the day is over. It's the curse of the digital age. Hard to keep anything secret. I wondered if my sister is at home filming soldiers in the streets soon. Or mom chases her into the basement, waving a soup ladle. I just hope they stay calm, stay safe. Once this mission's over, maybe I can ask for leave, and a few days back home. I miss the boys I used to play cards with. Dentist sent no new orders, so we kept watch. Around noon, Roma spotted a young man slipping out of a bunker exit. His aim was perfect. The kid didn't suffer long, but the shot gave away our position. We packed up and shifted to a new site. After that, nothing. Until sundown, not a soul came out of the bunker. It's like a turtle shell, thick and impenetrable. No way we can crack it head on, and those high-value cowards won't come out. Unless we use bunker busters. I don't see any other solution. By nightfall, the shooting picked up again. Dentist finally sent fresh orders. North of the city, reinforcement duty. Others will take our place here. I thought they would keep us on comfort missions. Didn't expect to be sent into frontline support. Strange. But orders are orders. I packed up without complaint. Roma asked, "What about the south?" Dentist said the southern troops are just putting on a show. No need to worry. Everyone chuckled knowingly. I wrote this entry while we waited to move. Bearfang left that I am more of a writer than writer ever was. Said no sane man keeps a diary. I cursed him back and kept scribbling. I like the scratch of pen on paper, but tonight there's a weight in me I can't put into words. Back in the yellow zone, I never hesitated to pull the trigger. I knew exactly who the enemy was, and I knew it was my job to kill them. But now, the comrades waiting up north, are they the enemy? No. It just ended up on the other side. They love this country as much as we do. Only difference is, they never met a commander like the general. Oh man. Situation in Moscow doesn't look any good either. Also, it's just a matter of time before I think Alexei is going to end up dying too. There's no way. 11. A dazzling white. What do you have for me, game? Spiders, awesome. Nitos, awesome. More spiders, more Paradils, and more spiders. Amazing. I think that for now I'm gonna bring the default squads. Is it worth to bring these ones? Yeah, sure, why not? They have a parachute ferry with them. Actually, no, it would not be useful. I don't see any other heliports here. Deactivate at least 3 Yasuo boxes. If it's specific enemies need to support, please search the map for intel. Okay. So yikes. What about these guys? Oh, these guys are more easy to deal with. You lots are going to keep going like that. See, you guys going to move. If I want to deactivate this one, I probably will have to do it in a very quick motion. Okay. Okay. Alright. What I think I'm going to do then is this. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, this one shouldn't be a problem. They melt like a butter. It's so cool. It feels so good. And I'm going to actually hold on. Okay, yeah, these two nodes are a bit too dangerous to stay on right now. It does feel like a bit of a shame to not have more difficult fights on GFL1 anymore, since Mika decided to make the game more casual friendly to people. But at the other end, I also grateful because this allows me for my GFL1 streams to not to be that long. Like what happens on reverse collapse with me playing on the nightmare difficulty. Okay, now I move you here. Over here, then I move you here. Oops. And you go there. And now it should be safe, without catching the attention of any more spiders. Yep. Alright, good. Now then. No, all I need to do is essentially sit down and wait. How long has been this string going on by now at this point? Oh, just 1 hour and a half according to OBS. Oh, okay. This is going quite fast now. I'm going to be honest. I kinda almost start to think that I might be able to do the story in 3 streams. I mean, if I were able to do that, it would be awesome, to be honest. Because then I could do... There we go. 1 Yasuo box. Because then I could do the Wooden Waves thing and have 1 more slot for a reverse collapse one. Which I really want to do. I really want to do. I want it so bad. I pick this up. And why you guys so... Oh, I see. That's why it's so high. You know what I think I'm going to do? Wait, when does it? Oh, it starts there. Okay. So... Oh, I can abandon the Goliath? Huh. Alright. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh no. Oh no, not these flying things. I mean, it's not that big of a issue, I just don't like to missing dummies like that. Like that. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, retreat. There we go. I mean, it's not impossible, but it does hurt a lot, those guys. Not even sure what exactly would be the best strategy against them. And turn. Okay, now we are going to send another team. Can I bomb the Nito? I should be able to, right? Like this. I pick this up. And I throw at you. Don't even need to fight like that. Alright, good. Pick that up. Heavy heliport. I can destroy Rubble with my Hawks, right? Yep, I can. Good. I'm gonna go here and retreat it. This is also supposed to be a very, very quick motion. Okay, just go up there, capture the Yasa box, and come back. Can I do anything else? Doesn't look like it. Alright. I have no idea what the unknown victory condition would be. But I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now. All I'm going to do is go over here. There we go, easy peasy. Alright. 12. A Forgotten Vow. Oh, Jay, my man, appearing again in the story, my man. Main's power station. Raging flames consume the station, scattering sparks through the air. Once Falk finishes adjusting the equipment, Shadowless strides forwards to begin her report. This is Shadowless from DDR2. I am standing in front of the main district power station. You forgot to pay insurance? No, I did not. They're not. I don't even pay insurance. Shut up. I live with my parents. This is why this happens. About an hour ago, a sudden explosion. Oh my god. About an hour ago, a sudden explosion erupted here. The entire mains district is now without power. According to staff on site, they were working overtime inside due to an energy shortage when the incident occurred. This has led to devastating casualties. Preliminary figures show 78 dead, 237 injured, with many still missing. Nearby residents report that because communications are down, despite immediately sending representatives to the police and fire departments to request aid, no response has come. All staff seem to be already dispatched. We don't talk about that, okay? The Mika quality control team is already not the best. We know that. We have seen also some names appearing in Chinese instead of being translated. And I will pretend I never saw that. As of this broadcast, not a single police officer, firefighter, or medic has arrived at the scene. Help is needed here. The camera pushes in, zooming in on the burning structure behind Shadowlet. A window frame, warped and twisted by the heat, breaks loose and falls from the upper floors. Additionally, surviving station workers confirmed that the explosion was not caused by an air raid, but originated from the underground pipelines. The Yasu boxes. The cause remains unclear. We will continue to follow the story. Falk nods and shuts off the camera. How does Mika spell Japan currency then? Yam? Yes. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that this is how they spell it. Shadowless exhales in relief, just as she is about to walk back towards Falk. Her eyes catch a man standing not far away. A face both familiar and strange. Falk, can you please give me a minute? Falk gives her a glance. He asks no questions and quietly steps aside with the camera. They are in the pipes. Yes, they are in the pipes. He stops at a spot that's close enough to keep an eye on her, but out of earshot. The man nearby slowly approaches. Oh, my man! My man! My man! The woman magnet himself! It's been a while, Shadow. Why are you here? I was passing by, and just so happened to see you. I really didn't expect to see you here. I am surprised too, Kevin. Say, you think Frankfurt, having been razed to the ground, can even be rebuilt? It's got to be rebuilt. There will always be someone to rebuild. Always passing by, yes, exactly. Just casually walking through the war zone. My man, the legends. Kevin, you are really not suited to be a special agent. Why not? Because you're lying. You didn't just happen to see me. You came looking for me. Maybe you just know me too well. Or maybe it's because our family has produced two Stasi agents. About Light, I still owe you an apology. He looks away, his face laden with guilt. It was his choice. From the moment our mother died, I knew he would take that path. Just like you. If you came only to say this, then forget it. I asked around the DR too. They said you're working as a war reporter now. I thought, given the situation, I might find you here. Why? Because a power station is an obvious target. Everyone knows that. Yet so many still choose to stay and work here. Already 78 dead, 237 wounded. Most of them will die from the lack of rescue. They will die at their posts. The R2 is no TV station, it's actually Dance Revolution 2 Center. Shut up! This is a serious moment, Oiko. Focus! Is this what the big shots wanting power want? Countless civilians giving their lives for the wins of a few. To them, these are just numbers, necessary sacrifices. Right now they are more concerned about winning the power struggle and purging their enemies. While the people truly in danger, their so-called voters, absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming you. The ones I blamed, the ones I would blame wouldn't care about my words anyway. I know, but all I can say is sorry. Shadow, it feels like I have only ever said sorry to you. And still have nothing else to give other than my apologies. When we were kids, Light and I dreamed of being legends, like your father, Ulrich. Agents who die for their ideals. But this era has no place for idealists anymore. Shut up, Oiko, shut up! Shut up, shut the fuck up! I know that's better than anyone. This is the Twilight Age. People mouth empty words that even they themselves no longer believe. Do you think I have chosen the wrong path? Kevin, what's the point in asking me that now? What about you? Are you walking a path that you chose yourself? As a child born of a Stasi agent, I was watched from birth. When I was young, I swore that one day I would break free, that I would be the one watching others instead. Later, I realized how ridiculous that was. It is just a job. Most jobs in this world are just jobs. Only as children did we have the delusions that some jobs could change the world. Maybe from the moment we were born, we were destined never to be heroes who reshape the world. But since we live, we have got to do something. Something that we feel compelled to do. Something that has to be done. Something that has to be done. What is that for you? What I'm doing now. I understand. Command room. A call comes through an encrypted comms channel. It's me, Commander. I received the possible locations of the Yasa boxes. Thank you. I will dispatch a team. I only pass you the information. You're the one who's doing the real work. What matters is you thought to pass it to me. I'm sure the Stasi has its own missions. I just thought there are some things that only you would be willing to do. Thank you. No, thank you. After all, this is my country, my people. No, Agent J. When they are in my sight, they are my people too. Why? Because this is something that I absolutely have to do. It's something that has to be done. Yes, absolutely. For a long time after I left the service, I have forgotten why I first picked up a gun all those years ago. I forgot the distant promise that my past self had made. But I once promised someone to become a hero, win medals, and the glory. Who hasn't said silly things as a child? I once said I would grow up to punish evil and defend the weak. I don't think children's words are silly. It's just that we still had ideals back then. But now, everyone has forgotten their ideals. In the world of grown-ups, there is only interest. So tell me, what else can I do? If I can, I want to do more. I have changed, Commander. You're not as cynical as you were in Berlin. Why? Because now I know what I truly want. That's so. I see. If you still have the capacity, consider repairing roads or power stations. The air raids and the Yaso boxes are both targeting such infrastructure. I understand. Does the government deploy repair teams? How long will the repairs take? I have sent all available crews, but as you know, progress is poor. Why? The bombing has cripped all transport in the city. Crews can only reach sites on foot. And because of the interim regulations for doll security, Frankfurt has very few dolls available. Most of them are probably on board the Elbow with you. I see. The commander turns on their tablets and looks through the teams currently on standby. 404 locates the repair crews and dispatch nearby squads to assist. Yes, Commander. In the silent winter night, the frigid wind howls through the smoke of war. I remember it as clear as the day of my past self said to me, "You're a fucking idiot." Making jokes even now, huh, Oiko? I see, alright. I see how it is. Not gonna give in a single moment of seriousness at this time? Okay, alright. Johannes Gutenberg University Metro Station, Frankfurt. After a day of chaos, The people slumber deeply. They lie huddled on makeshift bedding, their snores and muffled sobs rising and falling. Nelly, you should get some rest too. Hmm. I will just check on the critical patients once more. Then I will rest. Seeing Nelly's exhausted face, now lit with unwavering determination, Amaris recalls their first meeting. It was just days ago. Why, Nelly? Nelly does not answer. Instead, she holds her hand. I learned how to laugh with the chaos instead of laughing at it. That was so fucking cringe, Oiko. That phrase was so fucking tuny. What are you, 12-year-old? After days of toil, they look dry and frail. I have a fucking 12-year-old on my chat. I fucking tuny on my chats now. After days of toil, they look dry and frail. Even after careful washing, stains linger in the lines of her palms and fingers. What's wrong with your hands? Martha's last words scared me deeply. She was a witch who spewed all kinds of poison. But I am not scared anymore. I can now hear my own voice. I want to save lives, to help more people. I know that walking this path, my hands will be stained with blood again and again. Amaris looks at Nelly. In her eyes, there is only peace and joy. This is why I do it, Amaris. Because I want to. Also, can I just say, right after, just a few minutes after the conversation between Jay and the commander about they talking how when they were kids they were holding too many ideals with them and they had to abandon them in the world of the grown-ups, as they said. We jump into Nelly, who is pretty much at this point very idealistic, or at the very least full of hope. It seems it's not as nihilistic as the views that the commander and Jay are showing up right now. Nice little contrast. Nice little connection too. 13. The path to a new world. A precise bombing strike shatters the looming Europa Tower. Like a toy block castle trampled by a cruel child, it lies in pieces, strewn all across the ground. The two fools mistook their own situations. Yeah. Was that also another tuny phrase that you threw out there? Now that I think of it, they didn't need to preach their ideals. They needed to enforce their ideals. They need power. Don't we all? Don't we all need power? The problem right now is that power is not it's not a simple thing to get here. As in, like, it's not something that they can get by themselves. It's something that they need to the help of other people to achieve, to be able to achieve, to reach this level of power to enforce their ideals. Like even the commander right now, he still needs the help of other people. Even if he has the Elmo and it's full of elite T-dolls on his side, he by himself cannot deal with this whole situation alone. He still needs the help of other people. Like he still needed the help of Jay to give him the intel. Even the Elmo, he didn't got it by himself. It was given to him by the Earl. The T dolls are a courtesy of Griffin, of Griffin and IOP people, plus the electronic warfare help of the four core squads and the strength of the DeFi force that is currently without a commander. What I'm trying to say is this: the power is difficult to get because it depends on the help of other people who may not sympathize with your ideals, and that's what makes the whole thing complicated. Mm. Not something that they can reach alone. And even in this position, this situation, like the position that the commander has right now, it was not something that was achieved entirely by himself alone, by him and his dolls, the dolls under him. Then again, he recognized that he is a coward anyhow. Hmm. Yeah. Once destroyed in World War III and rebuilt as a symbol of Europe's glory, the tower now falls back into dust once again. So that's improvements along the years, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we also can't ignore the fact that right now the commander is supposed to be like what, in his 20s. So he doesn't, in some ways, even though he's a veteran at war, in some many ways he's still inexperienced in very other areas. He has the military prowess, but there are many other things that are which he many other things which he doesn't really have that much experience yet in dealing with, especially in the political aspects of things. Mm. Within the bee sting system, late 20s. The destruction of the Europa Tower is meticulously recorded. Also, another thing we need to keep track on: the commander is at all this way up here. He has been being kept alive by Lunasia, which she admitted herself that she's manipulating his fate to save his life. If it wasn't for her, the commander would have died long, long ago. So the commander literally have plot armor. Lunasia is giving him literal plot armor right now. Well, at this timeline, he ought to be 30. You think so? I don't think he reaches 30 right now. At this point, at least, I don't think he's 30. I think he's 30 on GFL 2, not on GFL 1. Because when he first joined Griffin Kruger on 2063, he was just fresh out of college, wasn't he? The military school. So I don't think he's 30 right now. To be fresh out of college, you have to be at least on your somewhere close to your half, midway into your 20s. The new Supreme Administrator, Hebe, compiles and synchronizes the data into the system. At least if you are going to normal school curriculum. In GFL2, he's nearly 40. Nearly 40, yeah, so either halfway into his 20s, half late into his 20s, but not 30. Not 30 right now. The new Supreme Administrator, Hebe, compiles and synchronizes the data into the system. Military Academy graduate would be at least the 25, and that's if you are a prodigy and skip grades. 25. Assuming the commander is a prodigy, because so far even Mr. Kruger was surprised by his everyone. Mr. Kruger and a lot of even other dolls are surprised for the commander decision making skills during combat. So let's assume the commander is indeed a prodigy. Even in that case, 2 years after, yeah, he commander is late 20s. Late 20s right now. What year is this now? 2068? No. This is 2064. We're in 2064 right now. Not 68. Because GFL2 it happens 10 years after these events, and that's in that stage is 2072, 73, 72, 34, along those years. So right now it is not 2068. Rumble. Even underground, far from the bombing site, they feel the tremors of the blast. Thinks swirls the wine in her glass and glances towards Hebe, who is browsing through a collection of vinyl records. 2076. Yeah, so it's not 2068 this year right now. An air raid has nearly wiped out everything we set up in Frankfurt. Sister Hebe, what is all of this for? Oh, the fucking snake. Hebe lowers her eyes, selects a record she likes, and places it on the turntable. Taking in her silence, Stinks mixes a drink and offers it over. Sister, you already hold the highest authority in Beasting. Shouldn't you give your loyal companion at least a hint? Hebe accepts the glass with a smile and pulls Stinks down to sit with her. I never meant to hide it from you. I just need to gather my thoughts before I can explain the whole story clearly. Fine, sister. I will wait until you're ready. After all, time is the one thing we have plenty of now. True enough. Everyone in Frankfurt is busy scrambling around these days. Only we have nothing but free time. Yeah, I used the guy as an insult. Boy. Just flat as fuck. Hey. Flat speak, okay? Educate yourself, alright? Flat is fucking peak. You don't understand. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. But it's fine. When you grow up, you understand how much of a peak it is, the flat-chested form. Gentle music drifts through the air, as Hibe quietly sips her drink. I have to admit, it was only after becoming an administrator that I finally understood why Neran was in that state. I suppose I should start with the origins of the bee sting system. Oh, let's go. Lore exposition. Let's go. If I recall correctly, the bee sting system was first developed for the Stasi as an intelligence platform, right? I like VPK, so my understanding seems fair enough. Say so. I just don't like this snake. Alright, fair, very, very fair. Herodius was ordered by the Stasi, or rather, by the forces behind Father, to create it. So, from the very beginning, the system was built especially for the Stasi. It came with two Supreme Administrator keys, one held by the Stasi under the codename Preacher, and the other held by Neran under the codename Halima. Neran went to Moscow for the development of the system in the new Soviet Union. Lore bomb, yes, lore bomb right now. It's time for class. History class. Yes. But the Stasi's Preacher lost his position. So for us, the bee sting system was no longer secure. Then why did Neran continue maintaining it? For the same reason why the Stasi have also continued maintaining it. Neither wanted to abandon the system. Quite the contrary, both sides wanted to monopolize it. And so the struggle between Preacher and Kalima began. Hibe raises a finger with a faint smile. That struggle is the same one between the Stasi and us now. Neither side can expose the other in the open, but neither will ever let go of what we have. Takes nods in understanding. That was also a cause of the coronation storm. It played a part. When disagreements piled up to the point of being irreconcilable, war naturally follows. Isn't it simply humankind's insatiable greed that causes wars to erupt again and again? That's true. It was that man who sought to direct the coronation storm, hoping to reclaim the power and position slipping from his grasp. But humans grow old. That is their weakness. So, he failed. Oh, that man wanted to use the coronation storm to seize control of the German Democratic Republic. That's why he staged a show with Carter. No wonder they still dared to wage war on both fronts, even though the Yasso boxes that Bremet gave them was nowhere near enough to topple Moscow. Because those planes did not take off with the new Soviet Union. What do you mean? By the time Schweinsteiger planes landed in Frankfurt Airport, he was already dead. But though the body perishes, authority does not. Whoever holds that authority is the true initiator of the coronation storm. So, in the end, what destroys humanity has always been humanity itself. That man sought to relieve the glory of World War III through military force. Lady Laplace wanted to unlock the relics by unleashing a bloodbath in Frankfurt. Carter didn't want the URNC to form, and Father wanted to seize Paradeus, to make Paradeus his alone. To us, it doesn't matter who Father is. Whoever dictates our base layer, that is Father. Yes, this has always been humanity's own game. Interesting. So it doesn't matter if it's William or not. Do they really agree with it though? I mean, in the end of the day, they see themselves as tools. With Naren being at least the apex of it, the highest points of this line of thinking. They are just tools and they just follow orders. Doesn't matter who is in command. Doesn't matter who Father is. By the way, here's something interesting. Eva smiles mysteriously and pulls up the final traces left by Naren in the Beast Thing system. Doesn't look like anything special to me. She just added some new files and modified some authorizations. Naren already knew how things were going to end for her. Why bother uploading these files? She wanted somebody to read them? Who would profit from reading these files? Dick's gaze thoughtfully at the dossier of a man. Of that man. Someone who once tried to breach the Beast Thing system. Indeed, a certain Commander Othok. These files don't require special access. Just break the outer encryption and you will find them. They aren't meant for you or me, not for the Stasi either. Who else could it be? But why? Why would Naren do this? Kibe shrugs and raises her glass. We have always been pawns, meant to be discarded eventually. Naren saw it all. Stick sets her glass down gloomily. Thought we would have a place in the new world, but we never did. The heavy door swings open, and Morido strolls in lazily. Who says you don't? Still savoring the blood on her hand, Morido flashes a taunting smile. Morido. I came to tell you this. No, we are not pawns, but we must choose a side. Which side? Lunasia's. Because whoever holds Lunasia wins. It's still too early to say. At least wait until the blood in Frankfurt flow enough for her to be born. But isn't Lunasia on Father's side? Sister Stinks, having disguised yourself as human for so long, do you really believe you're one of them? Lunasia will never see herself as father's sister. Lunasia considers herself only as the key to the relics. And what she wants is to unlock them, to yield their power. So we have a choice. Of course we do. If we guard the final procedure and make sure she's born safely, we can become her followers and enter the new world together. Moridol sits down beside them. When does this war end? Very soon. That man is already dead. The army meant to back him has collapsed. And without support, Carter cannot withstand the new Soviet army. Sorry, the new Soviet military. That's humanity. That's humanity. Always laboring in vain. Moridol pours herself a drink as well. So, who are the traitors? Who are the heroes? Perhaps in this operation, it is we who are the heroes. Because only we remain true from beginning to end to the real father, the true key, the true emissary of the relics. You see, so then the assassination of Oberstein was not a Williams plan. No, maybe could have been his plan, kill Oberstein, because he did say that Williams did have the interest to make Paradise all to himself. So maybe that was part of Williams' plan to kill his own father, to take control of Paradise. And Moridol right now is just taking advantage of the situation for her own goals. Near Europa Tower. The night air of Frankfurt is still thick with the smell of gunpowder. The air raid sirens have yet to sound tonight. Citizens hiding in underground shelters endure the curfew filled with restless unease. I can't fucking read. Meanwhile, on the open ground, under the shroud of darkness, a group of people are racing against the clock and death himself. Oh, hello! Type 92, huh? I've finished searching the area. No chance of any survivors. Same on my side. Oh, this fucking carrot over here. The small one. Right. After scanning the rescued survivors one more time, Makarov opens a channel to the Ineos conference room. Commander, the last batch of survivors near Europa Tower has been accounted for. 13 total. 3 unable to move. Please advise. Understood. Transfer them to the hospital immediately. The hospital coordinates have been sent to you. Copy that. The streets are silent and empty. At times when there is no air raid, one could almost be fooled into thinking it is still feast time. But the moment one steps into the hospital lobby, the stench of blood and disinfectant, mixed with suffocating heat, would instantly assault one's senses. The dim lobby is currently packed with the wounded seeking shelter. Doctor, she's fainted! A young man, blood still flowing from his shoulder, rushes from a ward with an unconscious child in his arms. Just then, a team of medics hurry down the corridor with a stretcher, passing men, women, and children slumped or sitting along the walls. A doctor with muscular arms is kneeling on the stretcher and pressing down on the patient's bleeding wound, while the nurse beside him squeezes the airbag as they run. Make way! Please take us through! Move! An old woman with a blood-crusted forehead is carrying a crying infant as she passes. Does anyone have any formula to spare? Her mother is dead. Please, I beg you. Her hopeful eyes sweep over the crowd, but the nurse at the reception only gives her a look of helpless sympathy. The old woman leaves, disheartened. Hello, we are Griffin's rescue team. We have several patients to hand over. Griffin's team? Please, wait a moment. After the paperwork has been taken care of, Makarov turns to leave, but the nurse receptionist blocks her path. Is there a problem, nurse? The city's communications are down, so Director Erdrich hasn't been able to reach the commander. He gave special instructions to ask the commander to meet him in person if Griffin comes to deliver more patients. I'm sorry, the commander is elsewhere transferring survivors. But I can contact the commander directly. Please do, it's urgent. The director is in surgery right now, it will be over soon. Please wait, it won't take long. Half an hour later, Makarov hears the office door open. You must be Director Erdrich? Forgive me. Let me be quick. Let me quickly eat something first. The gray-haired director pulls a half-eaten sausage roll from his drawer and chews quickly under the dim desk lamp. 30 seconds later, the wary old man finishes his lunch, or rather, his midnight snack, and regains a little strength. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Fred Erdrich, the director of this hospital. There is something very important that I must immediately discuss with your commander. The nurse already explained. The commander is on comms right now. Hello, Director Erdrich. I will be direct, Commander. I know you hold the Stasi Special Pass, giving you free access throughout Frankfurt. May I ask you to... Sure. The commander's immediate answer startles the old director. I haven't even said what I need from you yet. Our goal is the same. Saving lives. I know the hospital is in trouble. If you have come to me, it means you believe I can help. So tell me everything, without hesitation. Makarov, record the director's needs and relay them to row 635 and AR-18. Yes, Commander. Thank you, Commander. With Frankfurt's communications cut, power is still not restored, and transportation paralyzed, we have been abandoned hope of transferring patients elsewhere. All we want is to provide stable treatment here. but our shortage of medicine is catastrophic. You need us to transport medical supplies? Yes. Too many are waiting for anesthetics, antibiotics, and... Sorry. I will just hand the list to your door. Makarov accepts the list, scans it, and sends the data to the commander. I understand. Can you provide procurement sources for this medicine? Given the circumstances, I fear every hospital's resources are dire. I have an idea. Please, go on. Since every hospital is drowning patients with limited resources, outside support is essential. I will assign Elias and Dahl to each major hospital in Frankfurt to build a simple comm channel with you directly, as the central point of contact. Through this channel, hospitals can request transfers, report needs, and coordinate supplies with facilities in Mannheim, Luxembourg, and other nearby cities. Excellent! This is exactly what we need the most. We will prioritize the medicines you urgently require. The old director braces himself against the desk. Even under the dim lamp, determination burns in his eyes. Thank you, Commander. I am counting on you. Good. Let's each do our part. Yes, let's raid a brand. What do you mean, bruh? We are doing humanitarian work here, okay? We are treating the civilians. We are treating the civilians. We are doing a good thing here. At least we are doing what we can at the moment. We have no information on Paradise, and there's no fucking way we're going to be able to fight the jets bombing the city using T-dolls like this on the ground. We are doing what we can. The commander reveals Row 635's latest rescue report. In 4 hours, we will dispatch a doll squad to escort the first batch of medicines. Please assign staff for collection. This is a battle we must endure together, Director. Let us stand firm. I thought we were gonna raid some government supply or something. I mean, we are going to take government supplies, but we are not going to raid them because we do have authorization for it. Instead of risking getting bombed left and right. I mean, the dolls are the best option right now. You know what I mean? Besides, if we don't do this, many more people are going to die because of injuries. I understand your discontentment, but the commander is following his ideologies. I might disagree with it, but I am with the commander right now. I think we are going to suffer much more if we try to fight. If we try to fight these governments head on at this point. The T-dolls are very strong, but I don't think we can fight the jets, man. Honestly, I don't think we can fight the jets right now. We don't have that much power. The commander straightens and raises their hand up to their brow in a military salute. You are a soldier too? I should have realized this sooner. The old director also solemnly rises to return the salutes with grave respect. Fred Erdrich, former army medic of the 1st Armored Division, National Volksarmee of the German Democratic Republic, at your service. Thank you for your raid. Yes, if the neighboring cities will just send help into a zone where bombings are occurring. It's not that they are not going to send help. They are not going to send help. They tried to send help, but because the city was so bombarded that it was informed before that the most efficient way of transportation is by foot, which is very, very risky, and that compromised a lot of the infrastructure. They are out of people. So even if they reach they send the neighboring city send people to help them, they are going to take a long, long time to get here. And since the most efficient way of transportation is by foot, the T-dolls are a very efficient way of doing so, because they are more physically capable than human beings. Even T-dolls are in short demand right now because of the previous, what they call, the T-doll Management Security Act, which essentially expelled a lot of civilian dolls out of the city. Yeah, I stay my case on raiding some fat bigwig supplies instead of risking personnel on collaterals. Ow, my back. The night lamp glows faintly in the dark, illuminating the old man's figure. In times of disaster, there are always those who step forward and stand at the forefront. Also, you don't need to worry about the risking personnel in collateral. The T-dolls have already backlogged their Euroclaws into the Elmo, so as long as the Elmo don't get destroyed with those logs, all the T-dolls can be rebuilt again. After leaving the director's office, Makarov signals the squad to move out. And those kind of people were the first to die, and the weak and sleazy survives. Commander, I have no objection to transporting medicine, but given Frankfurt's current road condition, 4 hours may not be enough for us to even get to a depot with supplies. That's right, Commander. Not to mention many roadside buildings are on the verge of collapse. We must stay alert for all falling debris. Just back at Europa Tower, AAT nearly turned into a squashed tomato. If I hadn't dodged in time, Commander, you wouldn't be seeing me now. Makarov shoves aside the two trying to butt in. Commander, I didn't bring this up for them to jump in with their complaints. I'm simply trying to suggest making the clearing of major roads is priority. Not only for us, but also for the hospitals, police, fire brigade, and citizens alike. You're right. Restoring the roads is also a crucial task. The commander ponders for a moment. Let me work out the details. For now, proceed to the coordinates I gave you and secure the first batch of supplies. Understood. Oh my god, these stages are all over the place. Here, and then there, and here, and there. Burn those shovels, boy. Yeah. Makarov is right. Cleaning up the roads will be very essential because not only facilitates their job in moving around, it also facilitates in the sense that would allow those other departments, police departments, hospitals, fire brigades, etc., which would relieve a lot of the pressure that the commander is taking in right now. 14. The long night turns in desolation. Go. Autobahn 661. Late at night, the road lies in deathly silence. Derelict vehicles sit quietly on the shoulder, like relics of the end time. After a long trek, Team Palette finally reaches their new target destination. AAT-52 plops down on the hood of an abandoned car and starts complaining. Classic French. I can't go on anymore. Stop whining, we're here already. We just hauled dozens of kilos of medicine on foot to the hospital, and now you're clearing the autobahn? The weight of all this work is crushing me. You're finishing the mission, even if you turn into a can of tomatoes today. We're short on hands, and the commander is also under huge pressure. We can't afford to drag things out. Makarov checks the time. We rest here for 15 minutes and wait for the other squads to arrive. AAT, rest up while you can. 92, help me set up the markers. Got it. Makarov and Type 92 hang up road clearing signs at the highway entrance. Not far away, the shadowy figures of a few people dragging luggage appear in the night. Makarov looks up. They seem to be families fleeing on foot, trudging down the autobahn with children in tow. When they see the squad and the markers, their faces light up in surprised delight, but as they draw closer enough to tell that they are dogs, joy turns into caution and mistrust. Fucking great. Makarov, should we show some ID? No, don't do anything. Act like we don't see them and just keep working. Alright. Makarov starts calculating which lane is the easiest to clear, while Type 92 drags AAT-52 into helping move chunks of concrete and car wreckage. See, this is why you invest on biking equipment. I don't know if this road here look very good to me to use a bike on. It seems very destroyed to me. The humans linger and watch them for a while, then slowly walk on. Out of the corner of her eye, Makarov notices that one of them hang back for a little longer before finally leaving. Sometime later, more squads arrive to help. Makarov finishes mapping out the clearing plan, just as everyone is ready to get started. AAT-52 passes the spots where the humans have passed through earlier and cries out in surprise. What? Look, supplies just spawned here. Energy drinks and some canned food? It must be heaven showing mercy, dropping gifts just for me. Makarov calmly takes them. You are left by the group of humans that just walked past. I thought those humans hated us. It's just a simple thank you. Don't overthink it. Maybe it's because they thought I'm cute? Oh, shut up, French. No, get lost. Quit daydreaming, get to work. Okay. The doll squad starts clearing debris off the road, while Makarov contacts the commander. You know, if they left food, they might have thought you all soldiers instead of dolls. Would they? I mean, T-dolls are meant to look like human beings, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Any help is welcomed. Command room. Commander, road clearing work on the A661 has begun. At the moment, I can't give an estimated completion time. How long before you can give me a rough timeline? In about an hour, I will have a clear estimate. I need to make the projection based on actual progress and difficulty. Understood. Stay safe out there. Yes, Commander. Please, take care of yourself too. After setting all squad assignments and movements, the commander signs wearily and decides to rest for half an hour. Curling up on a not-so-comfortable cot in the corner, the commander is soon crushed under the tidal weight of exhaustion. Oh no. Oh no. Is this Lunasia time? Is this Lunasia no moment? The commander feels their soul drifting away from their heavy body as they think into a deep sleep. Oh, never mind. You're just back to the commander's backstory. It's not Lunasia time. Because of the word soul, I already thought that Lunasia would start doing something here, but no. Never mind. I was wrong. They walk back into another midnight. From years past, much like this one. He needs his can of monster. Yes, he does. Maybe he should ask Sleepo Beeple if she still has one. Back then, they were younger, more hot-blooded. They have once again returned to that train carriage in their memory. The commander wolfs down a can of beef, then averts their gaze awkwardly from the smiling woman sitting across from them. You seem like a decent person. Didn't catch that. What did you say? I said, if I had a gun, I would have killed them just now. Marina shakes her head, puts on her earbuds and starts a movie. The commander caught a glimpse of the screen. It's a grainy black and white film. The resolution was low, but the cinematography was great. What are you watching? Ballad of a Soldier. Seen it? It's my favorite old film, but nobody watches it anymore. When the commander shakes their head, Marina casually offers one earbud. Half an hour later, the commander looked up at Marina, truly unimpressed. Is this your favorite movie? I thought it would have huge battle scenes. It does. Alyoshka takes out 2 tanks right in the beginning. 2 tanks? That's it? If I were the director, I would show Alyoshka leading a tide of steel over the plains, cannons roaring, planes crowding the skies like storm clouds. What are you laughing at? Nothing, just... That's the sort of thing kids like. Rounding up, I'm basically an adult. You should talk to me as an equal. An adult, huh? Then let's talk about something more grown up. Judging from your uniform, you're from the same school. What's your plan after you graduate from military school? You're from Suvorov too? Got any advice? Usually grads either go to command school to become officers or straight into the ranks as soldiers. And if I don't want to join the military? Apply elsewhere, study a subject you like, build a different career. Honestly, I'm not really sure myself. I only got into cadet school through the benefits given to war orphans. Stay off the streets. But I can't be sure I like the military or even want to be a soldier. You're just like I was back then. I want to turn into you. That's fine. You still got time. Not everyone finds the path they love, one worth giving their life to. The movie comes to an end. The sky stretches over the fields as Alyosha's train fades into the horizon. That's all we have to tell you about our friend Alyosha. Skoverstov. He could have become a remarkable man. He could have become a builder or beautified the land with gardens. But he was, in our memory, will forever remain. But he was, and in our memory, will forever remain a soldier. The sound of an urgent transmission. I can't fucking read. The commander joins awake and sits up. Yes. Sorry to disturb you so late, Commander. It's fine. Go ahead. An hour has passed since we started clearing the A661, but progress is only about 10% of Phase 1. At this pace, it will take at least 3 days to finish clearing the Autobahn. 3 days? That's too slow. We need more manpower, Commander. I understand. Let me handle that. Alexei. Alexei, are you still alive, Alexei? You're going to die very, very soon. Poor guy. Wait, which hour is it right now? Oh, just 7 p.m. Okay. I think I can go... like what? 3 more? Maybe 4? We will see. The story of your life. 5. But that's quite interesting to see on the commander background, to know that the commander didn't really had intentions of becoming a soldier initially. He just went to military school because of a war program to avoid stranded kids on the streets. I don't know, I just a little surprised. Considering the commander's behavior, I would think that he had the motivation to become a soldier since the beginning. Oh, maybe that's why he decided to join a PMC instead of joining the army. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because if he didn't want to become a soldier, so after he graduated, he tried to seek a job that wouldn't be that risky, maybe try to find something more comfortable. That's why he joined the PMC. Man, if that were the case, if he joined the PMC just because he was trying to get away from the war, man, how ironic. Oh, how ironic. File NUSSRA 27648375906576. Decrypting. November 18, 2064. Bearfang is dead. We couldn't take him with us. At dusk, we hugged the walls, pulling back southwest, keeping out of the drone's line of sight. But when we crossed the bridge, there was no cover. A drone swooped in. Bearfang took the hit. We could have dodged it on another day, but the fighting earlier drained us dry. His reflexes slowed. His last words to us were, "Run." I have seen comrades taken suddenly before. This time, I didn't even have space for grief. The rally point was 5 kilometers west, and we had to reach it before dark. I took Bearfang's armband. Roma kept cursing those damn short-sighted politicians. Bearfang's wife is still waiting for him back in Volgograd. His kid is 3 years old. I have no idea how to tell his family. By the time we reached the rally point, night had already fallen. Winter bites, but in the city, the wind isn't as harsh as the open state. And the roads are smooth. If death wasn't always winging his scythe at your neck, the march might almost be tolerable. Plenty of familiar faces had made it there. Plenty hadn't. Ryder showed up with fresh bandages. Looked ridiculous, but healthier than he had a few days ago. When he saw the bloodied armband in my hand, he asked if Bearfang suffered. I just shrugged. I tried to speak, but nothing came out. Roma and I scrounged food. Thank God, hot borscht. While eating, Roma's tears dropped into his bowl. A burly, bearded slab of muscle crying to his soup. It looked almost beautiful, but everyone pretended not to notice. I just bent my head, grabbed another hunk of bread, and crushed it into the soup. That night we had a meeting. Dentist told us things weren't looking good. The general was in the middle of final talks with the Kremlin. The politicians still refused to admit their mistakes, refused to correct them, and worse, they were tricking other soldiers into fighting us. In the south, units that had been faking an attack turned it real, piling more pressure on us. We all cursed the fence-sitters, but Dentist shut us down quick. No point in complaining. He broke down the field situation and how we would deal with it. It's as clear as day. If the talks collapse, it will be a slaughterhouse tonight. On the maps, we still hold some advantage, but with We can't turn it into victory. We won't survive against the endless reinforcements from elsewhere. Dentist said the general has given everyone a choice. Walk away now, and he will see you paid and sent safely to the White Zone. I know it's the general's way of protecting his men, but to me, that choice is meaningless. Sure enough, nobody chicken out. Anyone still here by now is loyal, brave. I am proud to stand among them. This is our last chance to save the motherland. Either we give the new Soviet Union new life, or we die as its burial offering. They're dead. They are so fucking dead. Oh my god, so many fairies. 15 fractured and reforged. Okay, now what is this one about? More spiders. Lovely. So good. Okay. Same as always. Echelon 2, Echelon 5, Echelon 8, and Echelon 11. No, Echelon 10. There we go. Let me make a few repairs. There we go. What do you have for me again? Pick up supplies and repair all destroyed thoroughfares. Okay, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course the supplies are being guarded by the Paradios units. Okay, alright. I am supposed to destroy them using the bombs. Throw there. Okay. And now what? Go here. Pick this one up. Move. Switch, sorry. Switch again. And turn. There's no way they can reach me. There's going to be no fights whatsoever. Nice. Okay, so now you're going to move all the way. Over there. Okay, we're still going to hold position. Wait, let me see something. Oh, the spiders have extra movement, huh? Okay. How's the trooper going? How am I? Oh, see. Okay, I think I understand what I need to do. So, I think the game will want me to pick up those supplies and then use them to repair the thoroughfares. Because there are 4 thoroughfares and 4 supplies, so maybe that's it. I need to always remember to watch out for the spiders because they have extra movements. Should probably bring a few hawks, maybe. Actually, no. Maybe it might not be necessary. Actually, no. I think it would be good to bring some hawks in. That way, I'll have extra action points for movements, which are going to be useful for me right now. Bring AB12. And let's bring also MK. You can move here. And then I bring M2. What's the range of this thing again? Oh, okay, it's safe. Okay, you move here. Move here. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as I can on the next turn. Ouch. Stop jumping backwards. They hurt a little bit, it's not gonna lie. Now, I move one more. And move you down here too, because I will need 2 echelons to pick those supplies. Try. Just shoot. Hold on. Move here. Move here. Move here. Pick this up. Yes. Go back. Some portion of supplies to repair the troop there. Ah, there we go. Yep, I knew it. Okay. Yes, so I need to use the supplies to repair the bridge. Sorry, not bridge, the troop repair. He needs his camouflage. Seize those goods. I'm trying. I'm trying to seize those goods. I hope this fight is not going to hurt me too much. They already suffered a little bit on the last one. Let's bring this one up. Okay. You know what? Getting rid of the snipers right at the beginning is a pretty good thing. I can't do anything. I can't do much about this guy though. There we go. Not even gonna bother. Because from here on out, I am not really planning to pick more fights. I want to avoid fighting as much as possible. The spider is definitely going to move though. Yeah, still within range. Was this a really good idea? Bro lost like 4 damage. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. There is nothing wrong with that. Fuck. Okay. Maybe this was not the best idea. Can't do anything about those guys there. Yeah. Change. This really wasn't the best idea. Jesus fucking Christ. But hey, at least it seems like they're gonna make it. Rip? No, I survived. I survived. There's nothing bad about it. Okay, but I am scared of that spider though. So close. So close. Jesus, so close. Right. 2 of them repaired. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can do this. AN nearly got whacked. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So now on the next turn, no, I can't. I need to stand on the node. I see. Alright. So now on the next turn, this path is going to open. So I just gonna stand at column 8 here, catch the supplies, put them here. Yeah. Okay, I can do it. It's gonna be easy. Fuck, I should have deployed more echelons there for extra action points. Ah, too late now. Wait. Why does it say only 1 repaired? Boy. I don't understand what's happening. But I'm just gonna keep going with it. I understand. Yeah, I delivered the supplies. Why it's still broken like that? Did the game bugged or something? I'm not doing something wrong, am I? Hope not. I really hope not. There we go. Yeah, so the game just bugged. Ah, classic Mika. Classic Mika. Spaghetti code. Mm-hmm. 16. The wall that stands through time. Go. Autobahn 661. After the doll's hard work, the road is now mostly open. with wrecked cars pushed to the roadside. On the withered glasslands to the west, human corpses killed by the bombing are carried out by the dolls and laid neatly in 2 rows, waiting later collection. Oh, look who's here, GRG41. Let's fucking go, my favorite cat. 1, 2, 3. The dolls push together, straining against the twisted SUV. One more time. 1, 2, 3. The vehicle scrapes along the surface of the road and finally shifts aside. At this point, the major obstacles are gone, but the road is still littered with sharp debris, not yet fit for passage. AUG is here too. Oh my god, another very popular one. Road maintenance vehicles arrive in 1 minute. On-site squads prepare to clear the way. Roger. The dolls form a line and move towards the Elmo. Soon, a high-pressure cleaning truck arrives, spraying torrents that blast the remaining rubble off the sides of the road. The commander observes from the roadside, then suddenly presses the comms button. Wait. Commander? How the water works. Have 4 dolls bring a waterproof sheeting. Top 2 quickly arrives with 3 others carrying a huge roll of tar. Cover them. The 4 dolls pull it open, spreading it wide like a vast banner, and carefully lay it over the bodies on the roadside. Ah, I see. The water truck resumes, its spray splattering mud onto the tarp with sharp patters. The driver sounds the horn, like a farewell salute to the fallen. Commander, drone support to the road ahead is clear and passable. Good. Let's move out. The city alarm starts blaring all of a sudden. The commander's face darkens. Row 635. Shut down the Elmo's radar and deploy the stealth canopy. AR-15. Keep a close eye on all patients on the hall. Make sure no one moves. Understood, Commander. Roger. Shutting down radar activating EM shielding. Activating IR masking. But the canopy... Commander, we should evacuate. Staying here is riskier. Who said we are staying put? Bring out the auxiliary vehicles. You mean stretch the canopy between the front and rear vehicles? Yes, we can sync the auxiliary vehicles to the Elmo system, move as one, and use drones to extend visibility. Understood. I will assign crews right away. I will take the point. I will take point. I will lead the Elmo through. That's too dangerous, Commander. You must remain on board the Elmo. And if EM jamming cripples our systems, the lead vehicle is the Elmo's eyes and compass. It cannot fail. But your safety is the highest priority. No time. Execute the order. Yes, Commander. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. I have Lunasia on my side. She's changing my destiny. She's not going to allow me to die. A bluish-gray canopy of radar-absorbent fabric unfurls, draping over the Elmo, pulled taut at both ends by 2 vehicles. Palm-sized drones buzz alongside, fitting Row 635 a full perimeter view. The air raid sirens cut off, plunging the city into a suffocating silence. The commander grips the wheel, cruising down the empty highway. Row 635 has remote control, but the commander is ready to act. The wind rustles the canopy, outlining the Almo beneath the fabric. Still no fighter engines in the sky. The commander's unease only deepens as they glance constantly in the mirror at the sky above Frankfurt. Suddenly, white streaks across the skyline. Oh fuck. Missiles? Good, at least it's not bombers. The commander breathes a sign of relief. The chance of the Elmo being struck seems far lower now. No, not good. Better if not came in at all. The speculation creeps in. What are the targets? How many casualties? Memories of the rescue scenes during the last few days, of tears and blood, weighed heavily in the commander's chest. The world blurs. The sound around the commander grows increasingly muffled. The world tilts, fades, and is plunged in endless black. Outside the barracks, the commander pretends to stroll by idling, eyes searching for a familiar figure. She appears at last, her stride brisk, her smile radiant. Kids, what brings you here out of the blue? Oh, nothing big. I was on leave and remembered it will be your birthday soon, so I bought you something. You thought of that while we were on leave 2 months ago? Don't make a fuss, just take it. Let me guess. Canned beef? You think I'm you? I don't give tin cans as gifts. Then... oh, forget it. You'll never guess. The commander shoves a small box into Marina's hands. She gently unties the ribbon and opens the lid. A lily necklace? Inside the box lay a silver pendant, carved in the shape of a lily. She lifts it out and studies it closely. You remembered? I have got a good memory. Besides, you have said it more than once. How lilies are your favorites. How they fill you with peace and hope. Thank you, kid. It's nothing. If conditions were better, I would even get you a real specimen. Or an artificial replica that's almost like the real deal. Normally, Marina would have flicked their foreheads with a laugh, but she only stroked the necklace silently, her eyes glistening faintly. Seriously? A necklace makes you cry? Is it really such a big deal? Lady, it's been so long. This wasn't cheap, was it? You blew your wages just like that? I've got no family to spend it on, anyway. Back when my mother was still alive, she would place lilies in the dining table. Only once a month, on payday. When war broke out, the factory where she worked went under, and she never bought them again. By the time I started making a living, lilies had pretty much vanished from the world. They are just flowers. If you like them so much, I will get you some next time I go on leave. If you can't keep them in the barracks, put them in your home. They will be the first thing you smell when you walk through the door. Marina hands the necklace back to the commander. Have me put it on, kid. Okay. She turns around. The commander carefully brushes her hair aside and drapes the necklace around her neck. Go home, kid. Home? I got no family. What home? No family? Then become someone's family. That's why I enlisted, so that kids like you can live your life in peace. Stop treating me like a kid. You call me sister. You've got no family, and neither do I. But here, we are family. Like how I would call you sister. The young commander awkwardly fastens the clasp, but she catches their hands. I hate war. More than anyone. It took my family, my friends, my mentors. It will take more still. But I must fight. For the Gold Star medal? Maybe. The requirements are harsh. I may never earn it. But if I can keep more kids like you alive, that's enough. How harsh? If you can't get it, just go home. I will get it myself. Marina laughs aloud as she turns back around. That's the kid I know, the bravest Soviet. Forever my hero. Don't get sappy. If I can't win that medal, I'm sure you will win it for me. In my heart, you will become. The monitor hums in a steady rhythm. The warmth of sunlight still seems to linger in their fingers and cheeks. The commander's eyes open, but the unexpected brush of golden sunsets leaves them momentarily dazed. Commander, you're awake! The doctor says it's just exhaustion. Nothing else serious. Do you feel any other discomfort? Hey, Gon. How long have I slept? About an hour. Don't worry, the supplies aren't fully loaded yet, and it's going to take a while for refuel Dion. But... Rule 635 bows her head and is just about to speak when a doctor in a white coat sweeps in like a gust of wind, followed by a crowd. I am Brutcher, Director of Mannheim People's Hospital. Commander, thank you for setting up the temporary medical communication platform. It has helped us tremendously. Director Brutcher shakes the commander's hand firmly. Thank you. But I need to go. I am needed in Frankfurt for a lot of things. The commander starts pulling at the IV line. Don't rush. The medical supplies you require are being prepared. They'll be delivered soon. I promise you, we won't cause you any delay. The commander glances at row 635, who nods, confirming Director Brutcher's words. As for St. Vincent's, I'm very sorry. Losing Fred is a loss to us all. What? Oh, don't tell me the missiles were... What? The commander cannot believe their ears. An hour ago, enemy missiles struck the Children's Hospital of Mainz and St. Vincent's Hospital. A crushing sense of absurdity hits the commander. Impossible. I haven't transferred the second group of patients yet. He's still waiting for our aid. The X-Storm is offline. The DOS stationed in the other hospitals also confirm it. St. Vincent's Hospital was hit and reduced to rubble. The enemy has launched multiple missile strikes today. Casualties in Frankfurt may exceed 2,000. The commander peers out of the Ivy line and springs to their feet, only to stagger from dizziness. Top 2 and row 635 rush forward to steady them. Commander, you haven't fully recovered yet. Return to Frankfurt, now. Bro! I will make preparations. Top 2, keep the commander safe. But... alright. Row 635 leaves. Top 2 props the commander up and they slowly head outside. Commander, you're not German. You don't serve in any government office. Why are you doing all this? The commander freezes in place. You're just an ordinary soldier. Why are you doing this? Doesn't matter why. It matters. I want to know. What's wrong with wanting more medals on my chest? You're lying. Since those lofty people don't care about civilian lives, then I will care. That's why a soldier picks up a gun. If no one cares for the civilians, someone has to stand up and do something. That is the reason I pick up a gun. Outside the ruins of St. Vincent's Hospital, fire trucks extinguish the flames and raise the floodlights. Civilians form long lines, clearing the rubble by hands. Each time my body is found, someone steps forward to carry it away. Commander, this is PX-4 Storm's Nero Core. And this is his old director's work badge. In the harsh white light, the commander peers at the badge, blood-stained and thick with dust. Also, the 15 patients we sent to the quarantine wards, they all... The commander's legs feel soft as though they sink slowly onto the rubble. Commander, the farewell from this morning still echoes in their ears, but now there is only rubble. Hundreds of corpses. In the space between one sunrise and sunset, everything has changed. I'm fine, bro. In a moment, we'll bring supplies to the other hospitals. Just give me a minute. Fred Erdrich, former army medic of the 1st Armored Division, National Volksarmee of the German Democratic Republic, at your service. Thank you for your irate aid. The badge of the Nero Corps The badge and the neural core. I can't fucking read. I think I'm starting to reach exhaustion. The commander cradles them both in their palms. Tears quietly burn their vision. Blur their vision. Alright. Oh, hello. It has been a long time since the last I saw this woman. Alright. This is the last one for today. 17 sand and seawater by the shore. This fucking sucks, man. Bombarding the hospital. Why bombard the hospital? I mean, because that's where people were being rescued, maybe, or maybe they discovered that they were having that was the center of their communications lines between the hospitals. Why bomb the hospital? Fuck me, man. In the white zone, beneath the quarantine wall. Like most of Frankfurt, the place has been reduced to rubble. But as the white zone, it remains Frankfurt's most heavily fortified area. What lies on the surface has been destroyed, is often the least important. A nondescript medical doll slowly pushes a cloaked patient forward. He follows a street nearly leveled to the ground and comes to a stop at a small half-collapsed office block next to the Stasis building number 2. She quietly produces a pass as she enters and lets the guard confirm her identity at the door. Medical doll Marlowe. Pass level C2. Identity verified. Neurocloud inspection in order. As for the figure in the wheelchair, no one seems inclined to lift their hood. The guard presses the button for the underground elevator. Wiesbaden Sanatorium number 2 is open for you. Please enter. Marlowe swipes her ID card at the slots by the entrance. Incandescent lamps flare to life in the pitch black tunnel. At the far end, a suited agent stands waiting. You're here at last, Chairwoman Ulrich. I hope you don't mind our cumbersome procedures. The patient rises from the wheelchair. Marlowe unfastens the cloak hiding her face. No problem, Agent Q. I understand your protocols. These are extraordinary times. Everything must be handled with extraordinary care. Thank you for your understanding. Please follow me. Minister Riefenstahl is already waiting in the conference room. This meeting has endured so many delays. Thankfully, it is finally happening. Thanks to you all. The ministry is very eager to help bring this meeting about. I'm sure she will be most gratified to have earned your praise. Romy accomplishes nearly everything she sets out to do. She truly is a rising star. Am I the last invited guest to arrive in Frankfurt? Not at all. Two vice chairmen are still en route. There are 2 days left until the meeting begins. We hope they make it in time. This time we owe much to Agent K. To evade pursuit, he laid out multiple decoy routes. When he reaches Frankfurt safely, please convey my sincere gratitude. He is a highly capable Stasi operative, isn't he, Marlon? Yes, Chairwoman Ulrich, rest assured. His specialty is disguise and infiltration. Stasi Special Communications Channel. Initiate routine intel sync. Main Division 3 confirms border base intel. Data sync in progress. Main Division 1 confirms movements in the 10th Armored Division. Foreign intelligence and external operations confirm Carter's latest movements. Minister Task Force E has secured the list of Oberstein's remnant followers. Central Evaluation and Information Group progressing on schedule. Conference Room 152 attendees confirmed. 89 dead, 2 missing. Major General Khan, commander of the garrison, has been suspended. Disciplinary result pending. The top priority now is to make sure the meeting in Conference Room 1 proceeds as scheduled. Copy. Dismissed. Natasha, stay behind. Understood. But, Herr Hoffman, our offices are just steps apart. Why must we use the intranet channel? Because the minister wants you to relaunch an investigation into 2 individuals. Ballard von Oberstein and Griffin Lyons. Oh. Understood. This is an operating theater, hardly a place for receiving guests. But inside, a young man is clearly waiting for someone. He slowly polishes the scalpels and other surgical tools, glancing now and then at the clock. Unhurried footsteps draw near. The door opens. The newcomer removes his hat in greeting. Sorry to keep you waiting. You're late. What the? I shouldn't be surprised. Considering the events of Reverse Class, I really shouldn't be surprised at all, to be honest. Considering the relations that Whedon has with the URNC during Reverse Collapse, it really shouldn't be a surprise for me. But why though? Is it because of the relic technology? It has to be. Unify the world, maybe all things that it is necessary to hold great power. You're late. The man removes his coat unhurriedly. There are neither dolls nor Nitos present. A meeting of apparent sincerity. The Earl stands by William's side, staring at his profile and the scalpel gleaming in his hand. Mr. Oberstein, How many have inherited the codename William before you? That doesn't matter, Earl. William is a codename? Oh, is this... Oh, his real name is Ballard, not William. Wait, then... Huh. What do you mean inherited? Is it part of the cult thingy? William sets down the scalpel and leads him over to the table. You're not here for meaningless answers. You're here to witness the end of an old era and the dawn of a new one. I don't deny. You're just not yet certain how much leverage this new era will bring. I thought you wouldn't act until I fulfilled my promise. After all, we have no formal agreements. Agreements? Nothing but ink on paper. Since I dare to act first, I'm not afraid of you breaking fate. Were you satisfied with the fate of Laplace and Rudolph? All I need is the fall of the old era. The method doesn't matter. As for my promise, I will fulfill it. Once that meeting ends, once Frankfurt's fires die down, you will have everything you seek. And I have no more doubts. When Valkyrie's conditions are met, you may proceed to deliver on your promise. Frankfurt has already been utterly razed for this very plan. It's still not quite enough. The blood spilled is still not enough. The conversation trails off. Both men sit wordlessly, letting the weight of silence fall. Fuck you, world. Autobahn 661. After a night of toil by multiple doll squads, the road is once again passable. Now, under the direction of hurried transport officials, the highway is opened for sure. Commander, I have handled over the affairs of the Autobahn. Finally, no more tearing apart the wreckage. Good. What about the supplies being dispatched? Already loaded onto the Elmo. I have assigned dolls to take stock. Send a portion to the underground shelters. The majority of civilians are there. Yes, Commander. I will go follow up on the supply tally. Oh, would you like handle the delivery to Miss Nelly yourself? Nelly? Right. I forgot to ask. How is she doing? According to 520, she and Amaris are still tending the wounded at Johannes Gutenberg University metro station. Got it. I will go myself. Please, take care of the rest. Understood. Row 635 heads off with her squad. The commander watches the dolls withdraw from the cleared road, and their heavy mood lightens just a little. Johannes Gutenberg University metro station. The commander arrives with some emergency supplies. Amaris has been waiting for... Here, Commander. Amaris pulls them through the crowd. The air has grown stale and stifling from the extended lockdown and overcrowding. The stench is overwhelming. Forcing their eyes open, the commander finally spots a pale figure in the crowd. Nelly. Busy inside a makeshift tent, Nelly looks up, Seeing the commander, she carefully steps around the patients and comes out. Commander? Why are you here? 420 said you needed medical supplies. I have brought you the basics for now. I hope it helps. Whatever else you are missing, make a list. I will try to find them. Besides medical supplies, we are in need of emergency foods and supplements. You came right on time, Commander. Nelly, you look like you haven't slept in days. Look who's talking, huh, Commander? Commander, you look the same. Two worn-out souls share a knowing smile. I thought you would have left Frankfurt already. And I thought you would have gone home. Honestly, I felt a little lost. Nelly remembers something. She digs into her bag and produces a tightly wrapped box. Here, your Makarov. The commander takes the pistol. It is empty. I'm just not fit to carry a gun. Just before Laplace died, she said something to me and gave me a key. Amaris will tell you. What did she say? It doesn't matter anymore. When blinded by hatred, I carry a gun. But once the hatred is gone, I would rather hold a scalpel. I want to save people. The more, the better. I'm not a killer, and I don't find joy in killing. You have done well. Sorry, I am rambling when I should be. No, this is the time for such words, Nelly. Like you, in the face of this disaster, I have found my original aspirations. My true self. Why did you take up the gun? Why did I? You set it down to save lives. I hold it still to also save lives. Our methods differ, but our purpose is the same. We walk the same path. Thank you, Commander. Revenge is a long surgery. A step forward is hell. A step back is also hell. The commander silently squeezes Nelly's hand. Then, Nelly pulls out a storage drive and hands it over. Now, there's one last thing I want to do. Inside is evidence proving Professor Gray's innocence. I will testify as witness. Nelly, you understand what this means? You will face endless retaliation, even from those you thought were friends. I am prepared. Nelly returns to squeeze on her hand with a faint smile. If Professor Gray's motto was, only death cannot be avoided and only life cannot be let down, then mine would be Romains Roland's words. Each one of us, in turn, climbs the cavalry of the age. Each one of us finds anew the agony. Each one of us finds anew the desperate hope and folly of the age. Each one of us follows in the footsteps of those who were, of those before us, who struggled with death, denied death, and are dead. Bathe in humanity every day and endure, and love your destiny. We all have to do what we can. All's each can. Can. Man. Also, fuck you, Earl. What the fuck are you doing talking to William? But as I said before, I shouldn't be surprised considering Williams' relationship with the URNC during the first collapse. But that implies that William might not have been making his way through the cracks of the URNC to re-establish Paradil's powers. It suggests that William, since the beginning, was offered a place in the URNC. Fuck you, man. God fucking damn it. Your fucking fault. It's all your fucking fault, Earl. Because of your UINC bullshit, we have to endure Paradise even 10 years after. No, not even that, even 30 years after the event of GFL 1. Paradise still exists to some extent. Fucking kidding me. Ah. Well, tomorrow, oh my gods, wait, oh no, never mind, the chat's fine. I thought I missed some messages. It's fine. Tomorrow I'm going to keep reading the GFL 1 story. I will try to stream tomorrow. Today's chapter was very quick. Today's part was very quick because when I started, the progress was a 9 out of 36, but now it's on 23. Only more 13 to go before the story ends. Maybe I could end the story tomorrow. I would just need to make the stream a little bit longer, I think. How long has the stream going according to OBS? Almost 4 hours. What hour is now? 6 p.m. Okay, what I can try to do is start streaming earlier tomorrow and then only finish streaming once the story's over. I think that's what I'm going to do. So then after tomorrow I can do the Wuthering Waves stream, and on the day after then I can do one more Reverse Collapse stream. Then on the next weekend do a mix of maybe Arkanites and GFL 2. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play here. So far, let's see how things are going to do tomorrow, then I will truly decide what I'm going to do. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Fucking hero. Fuck you, man. Because of your fucking bullshit.